Oh boy, here he is with another collection video. Today I'm showing you guys all of my records that I own. This has only really become a hobby for me since the end of 2022 and sort of coming to now of the end of 2023. And over that time, I believe I have collected a good stack for what I have. So first off, I want to start with these two Michael Jackson singles. We've got Bad, and also on this record it has another song, but I cannot find what that song is. And on this record is I Just Can't Stop Loving You, and I think also the Spanish version of that song. So that is an interesting piece. I got these for $2 each from a friend of mine. Next up, we've got A Fever You Can't Sweat Up by Panic! At the Disco. This is their very first studio album, and it's a lot more rarer now because the band has disbanded. But to be honest, in my opinion, it disbanded when Spencer left the band. It had been Brendan's solo act from that point forward. I would like to get all of the albums in the Panic! At the Disco discography, as I already have two, which you will see the second one later. But that is a goal I want to achieve by the end of the year. We have a really obscure one. It's The Muppet Show. It's a full Muppet Show, but on a vinyl record. I've only really listened to this once. It's sort of a one and done thing. I think once you give it a listen at least once, you then just go, oh well, did that. But I will say the cover art is very nice on this piece. We have the latest Panic! At the Disco studio album, Viva Los Vengeance. Personally, I quite enjoyed this album. I enjoyed it a lot more than Pray for the Wicked and Death of a Bachelor. I felt like this was going back to Panic! At the Disco's much older vibes, their much older sound. I would have liked to hear more from them in this regard, so I hope Brendan actually comes back at some point as a solo act and produces more music for us to hear. I have Elvis in Blue Hawaii. You're gonna see a theme. I have a lot of Elvis records. They're very cheap to pick up, and also I just enjoy the music. I got this one for about $8. It has all the songs from his Blue Hawaii movie. Elvis did a lot of movies back in the day. I might go over those at some point on the channel, but I don't know whether I could put myself through that torture. But that is the track list. That is what the album cover looks like. We also have Pickle Darling Laundromat. If you don't know who Pickle Darling is, they are an artist from New Zealand. It's very obscure, strange sound, like not in a bad way. It's like calming almost, but it's a taste that you have to be in the mood to listen to. Like if you're just vibing out within your room, this is the time you listen to this album, not when you're at a party with friends. We have a self-titled Lionel Richie album. It's okay. I got it for $2. I'll definitely have a listen to this again, but I have certain pieces that I've been listening to more than others when I should be giving records like this time. We have another Elvis record. It's His Hand in Mine. It's sort of his gospel good boy era. Personally, I quite like this album. There's a lot of groovy tunes. Obviously, there's some that you sit there and you go, really? I'm listening to this, but all in all, it is a pretty good record, and I believe it is definitely one that you should pick up at some point in your life. This is a compilation of Frank Sinatra's greatest hits. It has Nice and Easy, My Funny Valentine, Come Fly With Me. You can read the rest of the track list. It's just a compilation of some of Sinatra's greatest hits. We also have this one, which is music from the Charlie Chaplin movies. This was a very obscure pickup and one that I only listen to at certain times. It's not one that I pop on and go, yippee, I'm listening to a Charlie Chaplin record. It's like in a chill vibe. In a chill vibe, I would listen to this. Also got another Elvis record. It's very obscure. I haven't listened to it because I think it's mostly interviews and I'm not really sure about that. So I've been very skeptical to listen to this album. We also have Tiffany. It's a self-titled album which has that song, I Think We're Alone Now. I haven't listened to any other songs from her except for what's on this record. It's a nice album. I don't necessarily think I'm a Tiffany fan, but it's an interesting record to have. This album is called Heartbeat City by The Cars. This is actually an album out of my dad's collection, and he gave it to me one night to listen to, and I thought there were a few good tracks on this. I haven't listened to it since he gave it to me. I would definitely listen to this again at some point. I just don't think I would invest my time into The Cars. Now, to end it, I wanted to show you some compilation albums. These are just records that have mixed tracks from mixed artists. For instance, on this one, it has Michael Jackson, Duran Duran, Prince, and in this other one, it has Convoy, You Sexy Thing, Holy Roller, Rolling Stone. They were gifted to me by a friend who basically said he wanted to down his record collection, so here, have these. I haven't actually listened to them, so. Anyway, that was my record collection thus far. I want to collect a lot more records over the coming year. I just want to have a lot. I wanna open my eyes to a bit more music this year, and I feel like I've done that already, but I feel like I can branch myself out more. There's just something about vinyl that Spotify or a CD can't give you, so it's nice to kick back and listen to these every now and again. So thank you for watching today's video. If you liked today's video, please give it a like and also subscribe. Also comment telling me what you want me to show you next. I promise it won't be any more collections. Thanks for watching.
I ask God, give me the heart of David. Honestly, I'm not patient. The devil gets